There's a really big mistake that people always make when asked this question. People do every single thing right, but they forget a few things. It's too late, or it's too early, or I'm too young, or I'm too old to apply to scholarship. That is just false. This next section, y'all gonna like this. I am so proud of you. Congratulations. You were just accepted to your dream college. And now you're probably wondering, oh shoot, how do I afford this? That's where I come in. I'm here to help you through this stressful time by giving you a list of scholarships to apply for so you can go to college for free. Yes, I said it, for free. It is definitely possible to do so. I have two small favors to ask of you though. One, like this video, it really does help your girl. Two, share with a friend who's struggling or who needs help or who needs scholarship advice. Okay, there's also this third one. Subscribe to the channel, but only if you want to, okay? On this channel, I give Howard-related content, college-related content, personal development, personal finance, and a little bit of lifestyle here and there. If you're a college student, you definitely need to be subscribed to this channel. Without further ado, let's get started. My name is Peace. I am a sophomore at the luscious Howard University here in DC. In this video, we're gonna talk scholarships, money, everything, and how you can go to college for free. Now this video, y'all are not ready for this video. This is how the video is going to be laid out. First, I'm going to define some terms that you're going to hear that people never really define, that you need to know about in order to thrive in this scholarship season. So I'm going to define some terms, tell you where to find scholarships, how to organize them, what to include in your application, sample essay prompts and answers to those sample questions, tips and tricks to make your life easier during the season, misconceptions and things to remember. Ooh, this is a big one. And then right at the ending, I have a big list of scholarships that I recommend you apply to, like today, okay? Dare I say, I may be speaking out of turn here, but this is gonna be the ultimate scholarship video. So I just listed different sections of this video. You can't skip around and jump around, but I needed to watch this whole video as a whole because these are all the things I wish I knew and you can learn from my mistakes instead of making it yourself. So like I said, I'm a sophomore in college. One of my biggest mistakes in high school was not applying to more scholarships. Oh, I regret it so much. So my stats and my academics and my extracurriculars pay for 3/4 of Howard's price. But if I had done more scholarships, the extra 1/4 would have been paid for. Okay, so y'all do not make the same mistake that I did. And that's the purpose of this video. Y'all want a video on how to write a scholarship essay, or maybe a video on HBCU specific scholarships? If you do, please comment down below so I know to make it. Like this video and subscribe so you get notified when the video comes out. Without further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's define some terms that you're gonna hear while applying for scholarships. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, when I was in high school, I was hearing these terms. I was so confused because no one defined it. They just said it out loud and expected us to know what it meant. So as y'all know, scholarships is just free money for college, but there are different kinds of scholarships. There are scholarships that go straight to you and straight to your account, and there are scholarships that go to your school. So be sure to look at how it's allocated to you before you start applying to the scholarships, and I'll go over more about that later on in the video. The next term you're gonna hear floating around a lot is merit. You probably hear, oh, I got a merit scholarship, I got a this scholarship, a merit. A merit scholarship is something you're given based on your work, based on your skills, your academics. Oh, you play soccer, or you have a 3.8 GPA, or you have this, or you have that. That is a merit scholarship. The next term you're gonna hear floating around is Pell Grant. Ooh, I promise no one really told me what this was. I was like, am I supposed to know what that is? So let me help y'all, okay? The Pell Grant is basically how much money you get, and it's calculated by the U.S. Department of Education after you turn in your FAFSA, which I'll define in a second. But the Pell Grant is based on your family contribution, your status as a full-time student, and sometimes it's really just up to them sometimes, for real. The next time you're gonna hear floating around is EFC. EFC, that stands for Expected Family Contribution. Y'all, So essentially your EFC is how much money your family is expected to give to you. Now, I'm not telling you this, okay? I'm not telling you this, but a little birdie told me that if you have a lower EFC, it is more likely that you're gonna get more money from the government. Okay, listen to me now. Listen to me. You with me? Okay, think about it. If you filter your FAFSA, you're like, oh, my family's gonna give me 30 grand a year. My family is rich. Well, if your family's gonna give you 30 grand a year, you don't really need money for the government because somebody else needs that money. Their family's giving them $1,000 a year or maybe $0 a year. So if you want to put a lower amount, you possibly will get more money. I'm not telling you that. I'm just, you know. You don't have to say your family's gonna give you a lot of money, because so instead of your family using that money, 30 grand or whatever amount of money they want to give you for college, why don't they use that money towards something else? Put into a Roth IRA or put into an investment account or something that will build. Once again, I'm not telling you this, but okay guys, so something happened a few days ago that perfectly correlated and perfectly showed what I am talking about. So Howard gives out this CARES Act. That's basically like a refund check for COVID relief. And y'all, these checks be hidden, but that's not the point of this little segment. Essentially, remember how I just said that the lower your EFC, the more money they're gonna give you? Literally, that's exactly what happened. When this refund check came out, I got $970, while somebody else and a lot of more people got $320. They said that their EFC was higher. I said that my parents was not gonna contribute that much money to my education, maybe between $0 and $1,000. I'm not sure, but I knew to make sure it was low. But because I said that, Howard gave me more money. You see it right there. We have determined that those students with the EFC less than 5 grand receive a grant of $970, and those with an EFC less than or equal to the average cost of attendance by school will receive a grant of $320. This just goes to show you that the lower your EFC, the more likely that you are going to get money. Wink, wink. Come on, y'all. So the next term you're going to hear is letter of recommendation. Essentially, a letter of recommendation, also known as the LOR, a coach, an employer, guidance counselor, or somebody gassing you up. That's literally what it is. They're speaking highly of you. Oh my God, Peace is like this. She's amazing. She's a 3.9 student. She has this. She does this. She's caring. Oh my word. They're literally gassing you up to scholarships, to schools, to anything. So you're going to do this for college, but also for scholarships. And later on in the video, I'm going to go over some things you should know about letter of recommendation that people don't really tell you about. But before we get to that part, a key thing you should know about the letter of recommendation is that you want to get it from someone who knows you well and can speak highly of you. Not a teacher that you see once a month or something, you feel me? Like, for example, there was this one teacher who I went to because I'm a STEM student, and I was like, oh, this guy's a doctor, and he's a doctor of physics too. That'll look so good, because that is like not only a doctor, but a doctor of such a hard subject. That'll look so good. And it was nice, but homeboy didn't really know me, and I low-key knew that, but I still asked him anyways. So yes, it looked nice that it says doctor of physics, but because he didn't really know me, he really only wrote me like a few sentences, a few lines that was just so bland, so generalized, and you don't want it to be generalized in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna go over more about that later on. I'm just defining terms right now, you know. Oh my God, this is another one. Renewable versus non-renewable scholarship. Oh my God, people always get tripped up about this, so do not be one of them, okay? So let me give you an example. A 5K renewable scholarship is very different from a 5K non-renewable. The non-renewable is a one-time thing. You get it this year and that is it. That's it. But the 5K renewable one, you can get 5K every year. You get 5K this year, you can get 5K next year, 5K the following year, up to 4 years for the most part. This is important because you want to know the difference between this and look at them when you're applying to them because that'll really help you. Some people have been screwed over because they did not really read the fine print. Renewable, non-renewable. That simple non-word makes a huge difference, okay? Another thing that people don't know about is called QuestBridge. QuestBridge is a program that gives you a full ride to any college in the nation that you want to go to, but it is for underrepresented backgrounds or low incomes. So if you're a black student who's trying to go to Howard, go ahead and try for the QuestBridge scholarship, okay? So you can get a full ride. I know a few people who did the QuestBridge and got a full ride. So what's stopping you? We're gonna go over that. Next section. Okay, so I know what these terms mean, Peace. Like, where do I actually find these scholarships? Like, where? Good question. I get asked this all the time, so I am here to finally answer it. First is this website called Find Aid. You can get a list of scholarship on there. The same for Scholly. A lot of people talk about this. Scholly, Scholly, Scholly. You have, I repeat, you have to look for scholarships. Try out Scholly. Also try out scholarships.com. Yeah, it's like the fast web. I use that a lot myself. I also use Scholly too. Also Raise Me. You know, like raising money for scholarship. Yeah. raised me. Also, this is a big one, which a lot of people don't know about. Go to your high school guidance counselor. My high school counselor was the GOAT. Like, she was amazing, because literally we would go into their office and they had a whole board filled with scholarships. Like, oh, this, what's this? And you just fill out the packets, check the packets as you go. Literally every single day of my senior year, I will go to the guidance office to get a scholarship, but also because I was senior class president. But like, it was mostly to get the scholarship. And I just be like, oh shoot, this is nice. I haven't tried this one. Oh, it's due this day. Let me try it out. So ask your guidance counselor. They may not have it on a nice pretty wall like mine did, but they probably will still have it. Look on Reddit. Like, look on Reddit. Also, look on TikTok. I know. They do hashtag scholarship, hashtag scholarship season. Look it up. You're gonna hear some really good ones. Y'all just watch this whole video, okay? There's just too much gems, too much sauce for me not to give to y'all. Or just Google merit scholarship, or maybe for your certain school, or for your major, or for where you're from. Just do merit scholarship. I kind of say this is the easiest one, quote unquote, because like a merit scholarship is based on what you've already done. So it's easier because you don't have to do more. It's kind of like you already done a little bit, you feel me? Go for small scholarships. I repeat, go for small scholarships. I know a lot of people be like, this is $500 and this is $4,000. Why would I waste my time on this $500? Let me try this $4,000. But sis, bro, those $500 ones add up. You get 4 $500 ones and you have $2,000 already. They add up. And money is money. Don't be stingy now. This is not the time for you to be stingy, okay? Do not be stingy. Just get that money no matter how much it is. A few ideas for places to look for the small scholarships. Look for your school, your high school, your college that you're going to, the district that you're in, the specific field that you want to try to get into. So if you're a STEM student, I promise you search up merit scholarship for STEM students, merit scholarship for business students, merit scholarship for blank. Look for HBCU scholarship. Look for scholarships for a certain religion. Look for scholarship for a certain hobby. I promise you, there are so many scholarships. Once you start getting into them, it's like a rabbit hole that you can't get out of, but also you don't want to get out of it either, because you're making bang now. You feel me? Like, there was this one time that my old elementary school principal offered a whole scholarship. It was like $500 or $700 something. I applied to it. I didn't get it, right? I didn't get it, but I applied to it, and that was a possibility. So you never know where you can get a scholarship from, because my whole elementary school principal, anything's possible for real. There's scholarship for LGBTQ. There are also random scholarships. Scholarship for like a tall person. There's a scholarship for if you're left-handed. Yo, if there was a scholarship for short people, I would definitely win that. If there is a scholarship and I don't know about that, short people, let me know. I'm gonna apply to it too. Okay? Let me get some money too. Next section. Okay, peace. You defined the terms for me. You told me where to find them. Okay. All right. But like, I'm now getting a lot of scholarships. How do I organize it? I'm going crazy. I'm here to help you. Number one, do not try ever try to keep it all in your mind and keep the due dates. You will be sorely mistaken, sorely disappointed. You're just gonna be hurt, okay? You are just going to be hurt if you try to keep it all in your mind, try to keep it all in the dome. You're in your senior year of high school. You probably have a job. You probably have an internship, extracurriculars. You're probably the president or the secretary of something. And you still have a whole full course load. You don't have time to try to remember all these things, and especially due dates that are like, oh, this is due on the 23rd, this is due on the 27th. You don't have time, so don't try to memorize it. What I need you to do is to print out all the scholarships and put them in a binder. Okay, you listening to me? Then you need to put all these due dates in a spreadsheet. You have to make a spreadsheet, and in that spreadsheet you have to write down when it opens, when it closes, the requirements for it. Requirements like how many letters of recommendation do I need, how many transcripts, how many this do I need, which I'm going to go over in a second. You also need to put it in your calendar. So now you put in your spreadsheet, but what if you're so busy that you don't have time to look in your spreadsheet and open it up? Put in your calendar. Oh, the Jack and Jill scholarship is due in 2 weeks. Put in your calendar now. That's literally all you need to do. So there's absolutely no way you can forget about it. A tip, because there's some people who still do all that and still fall short. They still miss scholarship deadlines. So let me give you an extra bonus tip, because I'm that generous, okay? Alright, let me stop. But once you do all that, put in a spreadsheet, you put the requirements, and you put in your calendar. You can also put in your calendar not only one time. Yes, put in the calendar, oh, this is due on this day at 10 p.m. or something. But if you know you need it, you can put in your calendar multiple times. So you put in your calendar 1 week before it's due, 3 days before it's due, 2 weeks before it's due. Y'all feel me? Sometimes it takes your mind a couple times to see something to really understand it. So that's what I need you guys to do. Next one. Okay, so what do I include in my application? I'm actually gonna give y'all a list because sometimes people do every single thing right, but they forget a few things. And this list I'm gonna give you, take it with a grain of salt because some scholarships require some things that are different. So just keep this like a template, if you will. Don't make my little list of things to remember be your end all be all, because some of the things that I say, they may not even require, or they require more than what I say. So first, you want to include your scholarship essay. Duh, I know. But there are some scholarships that actually don't require you to write an essay, and those scholarships are harder to win because, you know, everyone's doing it because it's so easy. I'm not saying it's impossible to win, it's just harder. The next thing you want to include in your application is your letter of recommendation. And literally the next 2 sections, I'm going to explain some key things to know when you are dealing with the letter of recommendation. Include your resume, which is basically your list of activities and things you've done. It talks about your school you go to, it talks about your GPA, it talks about your classes, it talks about your activities, extracurriculars, and so much more. The next thing, your transcript. They want to see your grade. This is kind of where the merit comes in as well. Your resume is also used as a merit too, because, you know, it shows your activities and stuff. But look at your transcript. They want to see, okay, am I giving the scholarship to a straight A student or a straight D student? Because if they're giving money for you to go to school and you're getting straight D's, you may just fail out of the college you're gonna go to. Someone who's getting A's, they know that the money is being used for something good. Y'all feel me? Y'all talk in the comment section down below because I like to talk. I like to converse with people, especially y'all, my internet friends. Comment down below something. Let's talk. I promise y'all, I'm not scary. Scout's honor, even though I was never a scout. Most times, not all the time, most times they ask you for your proof of ID so that you are who you say you are. So like, you just take a picture of your driver's license or your permit or something, front and back of course, and yeah. So that's just a basic sample list of things to include in your application. This next section, y'all gonna like this. I'm gonna talk about the sample prompts that they always ask in this scholarship. I've applied to so many scholarships in my day, and they normally have the same template, not gonna lie, that you can reuse, reduce, recycle. You can literally reuse it. So what are some sample prompts that you can start working on right now? So you can start thinking about it, because I'm the kind of person I just like to think about it. Just, you know, the prompt, you can just start thinking, oh, this is good to add. Oh, this is good to add. Y'all feel me? One prompt that they really love to give is list 3 or 5 things that are important to you and tell me why you came onto that list, or tell me why you chose that list. A lot of the scholarships is them really just trying to know more about you. So guys, I know at the beginning I said I was gonna tell you responses to say to this, but like, I don't want to give you my response, but when they could be thinking of something else. I hope that makes sense. You just keep that in mind. I'll give you some things that to talk about, but like, another prompt that they love giving is tell us about a time that you failed at something. How did you respond to it? What lessons did you learn? So they want to see that you are a well-rounded student, that you take losses just like us, that you're human essentially, but they also want to see that you rebounded, that you didn't just stay down. They want to see your resilience, your perseverance, your determination, that even though, oh, you lost a family member, but use that to make you go harder. Oh, you lost a family member to cancer, but now using that experience and turning it around, and now you want to start doing cancer research or something. Now, it doesn't have to be something huge like cancer, but they want to see you spin a bad scenario and make something good come out of it. Okay guys, so while my cancer example wasn't the best one, what I was saying still stands. You have to find something that you failed at and how you turn it around. So you really don't have control over cancer, so that was not the best example. But talk about how you failed a test, so you learned better study methods, or talk about something that you actually had control in. Y'all, this is why I didn't really want to, you know, give y'all some sample responses, because you never really know what they actually want. I'm just giving y'all suggestions on what I think they would want, but I am not a college admission person. Another one is, how would the scholarship help you? So I can answer that for y'all, okay? I cannot answer that for y'all. So like I said, they want to see that the money is going to good use, that you're not just saying, oh, I want to use this money so I can travel and backpack through Europe. Huh? What? They want to see that, oh, you're going to use this money to do this, to do research, to do this. They want to get the best return on investment. You want to invest in something and make sure that you get as much money, as much use as you can. And right now, they're investing into you, into your future, into your career in college. So you have to show them why they should choose you. So tell them, if you have to lie a little bit, right? Make something sound nice or whatever, but tell them what you want to use the scholarship for. Yes, you're going to be like, oh, apply to colleges and this, but tell them a story, tell them more. Like, give them more, because everyone's going to say, oh, I want to go to college. college with it. Tell them more, oh, I'm gonna go to college with it. Maybe I'm a first generation college student. This would mean a lot to me. I'm my ancestors' greatest dreams. I'm something. Make it sound nice. Yo, y'all gonna learn later in this video that scholarship essays are just about you making yourself and what you're doing sound nice. Whatever you put on your scholarship or your resume, you have to make it sound good. Oh, you wash dishes? Say something sweet, like, oh, I was a lead cleanliness agent, or you were like the lead specialist for utilities or something. Y'all feel me? The next prompt is tell me about yourself. There's a really big mistake that people always make when asked this question. This question, do not just list your resume. They already have that. Okay? They literally already have that. You gave it to them. That was in the list I told you of things to give to them. You most likely gave them your resume. Do not, I repeat, do not just list your resume. Expand on something on your resume. Maybe 1 or 2 things. Oh, if a resume filled with goodness and stuff like that. Maybe talk about your experience in the choir and what that taught you. Maybe talk about your dance. Maybe talk about you being the president of this club and what it taught you. Like, in a way, highlight one of your accomplishments, 1 or 2 of your accomplishments, but like expand on it. Like for me, I know for one of my essays, I talked about how I was in choir, and that really taught me to be more outgoing. It taught me how to break out of my shell. It taught me to really put myself out there. And they're like, wow, I knew this girl was in the choir. I have a resume, but now I know the reason behind it. Now I know what it added to her life and how she's added to it. Y'all feel me? You really just want to give them a peek into your mind. That's it. I've been doing this a lot this whole video. I don't know why, but y'all feel me. For that question, also, you want to talk about your motivation. What motivates you to do this? Oh, I'm doing this, but why? They want to see why. They're really just trying to see where their money is going to. No, point blank period. That's it. Like I said before, if you're just going to say, oh, I want to backpack through Europe, they're not going to give you the money, sweetie. They're just not. Okay? Also, in this little section, you can also talk about your past success. What you've accomplished in the past and what you're going to accomplish in the future. Think about it. They're like, oh my gosh, she did this, she did this, she did this, she did this without us. She did all this great stuff without us. So imagine what she'll do. Imagine the heights she'll go when she has us, when she has our backing. Are y'all feeling me? Like, comment down below or something, or give me a like or something, because I get so happy when I kind of help people. I just get so happy. So I need to receive a response or something. Okay. Another essay prompt is they ask, talk about a challenge that society faces today. So they're trying to see if you're in tune with society and what is going on, to see if you're gonna contribute to it. Once again, it's probably more to you can take all these questions as you want to and whatever route you want to, because it's your essay. Your vision is gonna make it stand out. I'm just giving y'all suggestions. Okay, that's not all that they have. They have a whole lot more. But what I need you to do is I need you to search up on Google, your handy dandy phone that you have in your hands, and just literally search up scholarship essay prompts and answers, and literally tell you exactly what you need to know so you can plan ahead. Because me, I'm a planner. I like to know ahead of time. So if you know the prompts ahead of time, you start thinking about it, maybe jotting down some ideas, so when it's time for you to actually write the essay, it'll be easier. And that's what I want. Peace. God did not put us on this earth to suffer. That's not cute. My God didn't do all that. Peace. All right? But yeah, that's that. The next section is some tips and tricks for you to remember that will make your life easier. Alright, like I said, it's freedom of ease. Number 1, reuse your essays. You do not have time to be writing new essays for every single scholarship. I repeat, you do not have time to be writing essays for every single scholarship. So reuse your essays. And that is very possible, but you have to pay attention to your word count. You want to reuse this essay talking about your experience in your dance team. Scholarship number 1 said it's 500 words. Scholarship number 2 said it's 250 words. So now you have to break it down. You have to make it shorter. Sometimes it's easier to really just write a whole other essay. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's just so much work for you to have to break down a whole essay. Sometimes it's easier to write another essay. I understand that. But for the most part, it is definitely possible for you to reuse an essay and just break down some words or add a few more words. You know, add some filler to it, or take out the filler if it's too long. Another tip that I talked about earlier, you want to put in your calendar so it reminds you. Put in your calendar, oh, this scholarship essay is due May 1st. Okay, put a reminder for May 1st. But also put a reminder for 14 days before, for 7 days, 1 week before, 3 days before, 1 day before, then the day of. So there's no way you can forget. Also, diversify your teacher recommendations and get a lot of them. I repeat, get a lot of teacher recommendations from different kind of teachers. Okay, get one from a math teacher, get one from English teacher. Keep in mind, you want to get it from someone who actually knows you, right? Really knows you. Get it from an employer, a coach, people who know the different aspects and facets of you. You are a multifaceted person, and your letters of recommendation need to show that. Plus, you have multiple to choose from, because you're like, okay, this is really good, but I have this one to choose, so this one is better. You have options, but if you only have 3, you're stuck with it. But if you have 10, like, okay, this one would be really good for this scholarship. This is a STEM scholarship. Let me give them some STEM teachers, or this and this. So do not just be stuck with only a few. And come on, like, I promise you, it's not cheating. Like, just go ahead and just ask multiple teachers, multiple professors, multiple coaches, and whatever. Ooh, key pro tip. When they're writing all these scholarships and you get it from different things, make them make it vague, okay? Oh my God. They need to make it vague. They just need to. You want them to say something like, I recommend peace for this scholarship / program. Not, I recommend peace for the Bill Gates scholarship or for the Coca-Cola scholarship, because that's specific. And once they do it for that scholarship, you can't use it again. For the ABC scholarship, you can, because you'll see, ooh, that's not cute. A lot of people put that mistake. Oh, you apply for something else. Oh, you're saying someone else's school, someone else's scholarship. Ooh, that's not cute. It's like you calling your boyfriend another name. Okay, it's not cute. So make them make it vague. I recommend peace for this scholarship / program. Do not say the name of the scholarship. You can if you want to. If that person is school with you, for you going them multiple times. But remember, you want to have different letters of recommendation on hand, so you can't just have it specific for one, because it just defeats the purpose and the goal of you to work smarter, not harder. Also, you want to have multiple copies of your transcript. When you get your transcripts from your guidance counselor, copy and photocopy like 10, 20 of them. You need to photocopy them all, because once again, you are busy. You can't be going to your guidance counselor every single time, every 5 seconds. If you have it on hand, you're good. What if there's a scholarship that you heard about today at 10 p.m. and oh my God, it's due at midnight in 2 hours? School is closed. You can't go to school and ask your guidance counselor for a transcript. But if you were prepared like I want you to be, and you have some on hand, you'd be good. You just go pick it up from your folder or something. Also, you want to practice for your interview so you're prepared if, in fact, when you're accepted. Because there's some scholarships that a lot of people apply to, so they really want to see who they're giving the scholarship to. Like I said, they're investing into you. They want to see if you're worth their investment, and they need an interview. So be preparing for it and be watching videos about that so you're prepared. And whatever way you want to prepare. Another to remember, be motivated. I know it's discouraging. I know it's hard. I know you're applying to a 1,000,001 scholarship and you're just getting rejected to it left and right. I know. I was in the same position you were in 2 years ago. I understand. But you cannot give up. You just can't. I won't let you. Okay? You cannot give up. This is not for the weak. Alright? It's really not for the weak. You just gotta ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Your answer determines whether or not you really do want it. Figure out what makes you stand out and milk it like a cow, okay? You need to milk it out. Whatever makes you stand out, whatever will make you be a unique applicant, milk it. Oh, you were in a fire when you were 5 years old. Yes, that is awful. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But like, you can milk it. If you're a first generation student, you can milk it and write a whole sob story, okay? Okay now, all right? You can milk it. If you were in extenuating circumstances that you overcame, milk it. If you're in a car accident or something, milk it. Turn a bad story into something good. I know these topics are very sensitive. I understand that. But at the same time, I don't want to say you're desperate, but like, kind of are. When life gives you lemons, even if they're burnt or scarred or whatever, make lemonade. Because some type of lemonade that's not the best tasting one is better than no lemonade. Especially if you're really thirsty. Oh, that was a good one. Another tip to know is you want to know what school you want to go to or the major you want to study or something. Because once you have that, you can narrow down your search. And once you narrow it down, you get the smaller scholarship and the more direct ones. A lot of people are not going to apply for it. You know you want to be a STEM major, so look at STEM scholarships. Because not everyone is going to be a STEM major. Some people are going to be in art. Some people are going to do something else that's not related to STEM. So it's more narrow. So that means less people are going to be applying to it which means you have a higher chance of getting accepted to it. If you want to go to HBCU, know that, narrow your search and start looking for an HBCU scholarship, because not everyone goes to an HBCU. If you want to go to a school in a certain state or in-state, there are scholarships for that as well, okay? Look at that. If you're in a leadership role, you're a president of a club or something, look at what you're good at. You have a skill, you're a musician, an artist, a dancer, a gymnast, you do YouTube, you do sports. Figure all these things out, and I promise you, try to find scholarships for them. Just try it. The only time you fail is when you don't try. I'm dropping so much gems for y'all today. Another thing to keep in mind is you want to be passionate. You want to be passionate in your tone when writing, but also in your interview. But keep in mind in your tone when writing, because a lot of people, they don't show the passion. You claim you want to use your money, the 20 grand they're going to give you for research for this and this and this, and you're not passionate about it? Why should they give you the money? Because you clearly don't really like it enough for them to see it and hear it through the paper. The way I'm passionate right now and energetic and excited and all that my earrings are jingling like this, you need to bring that kind of energy when you are writing. You cannot be monotone. Imagine if this whole video was me speaking like this. Oh yes, you cannot be monotone. You have to go for it. You have to be passionate for your interviews. You have to reuse your essays. You have to do this. That's monotone. I don't speak like that, okay? I do not speak like that, and you do not want to seem like that on paper. In different forms of media and different forms of expressing yourself, you have to do a little bit more for them to really see that expression. You have to like raise your voice a little bit, or maybe do all caps in certain areas, or italicize it or something. You have to try extra hard to show your passion, to show your feelings when writing. Also, a lot of people say, okay, when you write your essay, you want people to review it. Yes, I agree. However, you want to get educated people. And also, you want to get a select few educated people. I'm gonna explain why. Y'all hear that? Ignore that, y'all. So, you want to get educated people because why would you ask someone who is 300 pounds on weight loss advice and how to stay in shape? You won't. So, if someone is not knowledgeable in what you are speaking about, do not go to them for help. They don't know what you're talking about. Would I ask a pilot to fix my teeth? No. So go to someone who actually knows what they're talking about and they're actually knowledgeable in what you're talking about. Y'all feel me? But also, I said select few, because you don't want to go to 15 people because their ideas will start clashing. Somebody will say, oh, take this out. You don't really need it. Somebody else will say, oh, keep that in. That is so good. In fact, emphasize more about it. In fact, elaborate more about it. Expand more about it. So now you're confused. You're literally confusing yourself more. And this is not the time you need to be confused any more than you already are. This is not the time. So get a few educated people to review your essays. Next thing is misconceptions and things to remember. There are a lot of rookie mistakes that people make that needs to be stopped. Number one, if you get a scholarship from a specific school, let's say the scholarship is from NYU or something, most times you can only use that scholarship for that specific school. I'm gonna repeat, if NYU specifically gives you a scholarship, you can only receive it and use it if you go there. You can't take their money and go somewhere else. It doesn't make sense. They're losing money. They're giving you money, invested a little bit, so you can come to their school. They're not gonna give you money for you to go somewhere else. Some people have that misconception, but that's if a certain school gives you a scholarship. If it's like another scholarship, an outside scholarship that you're applying to, you can use that anywhere, whatever school you want to go to. But if a specific school gives you that money, you have to use it at their school. Another misconception, people think it's too late or it's too early or I'm too young or I'm too old to apply to scholarship. That is just false. It is not too late. It is not too early. You can start applying to scholarship as early as your freshman year. Only a few though, not a lot of them, but there are a few. Your freshman year, your junior year, start applying to scholarship then. Also, you don't stop applying just after high school. You continue. When you're in college, you still apply to scholarship because you still need money for it. You feel me? Especially if you get a non-renewable one. Oh, that money runs out. You need money for it. So you have to continuously apply to scholarship. You're not too early. You're not too late. You're just on time. But that's only if you get started now. Once again, if a scholarship offers you money and you don't go to that school, you do not keep the money. A lot of people asking this question. You do not keep the money. Next one, how can you improve your application? Application for scholarships, but also for college in general, okay? How can you improve it? Simple. Number one, improve your grades and your GPA. Once again, they're trying to invest into you. They want to see if you are worth their time and most importantly, their money. So improve your GPA, improve your QPA, your weighted GPA. So start taking some harder classes, start taking AP classes, start taking honors classes, start taking community college classes. And oh my God, this is the mistake I made. I took way too many APs instead of more community college credits because they're easier to transfer and easier to pass. Let me dive into that a little bit. For a community college class, you can get a C or higher and still get the credit for it. But for AP class, you take it for 9 months, okay? You take it for 9 months. You struggle for 9 months for the most part. If you get a 3 on the exam, you pass it. But some schools don't even accept 3s. Some schools don't even accept 4s, okay? Some schools only accept 5. So you spend 9 months of hard work all for them not to accept it. And it was painful. Now I went over this in my how I got into Howard video. Check that out. And I may make a whole nother video specifically about that and why I recommend community college credits over AP classes. Subscribe if you want that. I got y'all, okay? Next, and improve your SAT and ACT scores. There are a few scholarships that I asked for that, so improve it. 3, internship places or get a job or something. They want to see that you're a well-rounded student. They want to see your resume. They want to see what you're doing outside of school. So show them what you're doing. Show them that you're a well-rounded student. That you're involved in things outside of school. You're doing the damn thing, okay? So you need to show them exactly that. Essentially, be the best student you can be. There are thousands, maybe millions of people applying to that scholarship every single year. You want to stand out. So you can do whatever you can to get the leg up. Do it. And now, finally, what you have been waiting for. The list, the ultimate list of scholarships that I recommend you apply for. This is just a starting point, okay? I repeat, this is just the starting point. I need you to do more research, which I talked about in this video, okay? But it's just a starting point. I need you guys to do more research and find scholarships that are more tailored to you because some of the scholarships are a bit bigger. They're more money, they're more known, so a lot more people are going to be applying to it. So if you use the tips that I talked about earlier in this video, you can get some smaller ones and stack them up. That's why I talk about those things first, okay? I know what I'm doing, y'all. I know. Alright, so if you guys really enjoyed this video and you want more, comment down below, okay? We want more, something like that, because I can definitely do more research because like I said, I'm still applying for scholarships as well. If I find a scholarship after I make this video, if you guys want me to tell you about it, just let me know and I'll make a video about it. So I'm gonna list it off. I have a laptop right here. If you were not writing notes this whole video, which you definitely should have, okay? You definitely should have. But if you were not writing notes this whole video, I need you to pull out a notebook or your notes app or something. All right, first, you want to apply to scholarships with like the senators in your state. And I did that. And I did the senator in Maryland and I got that, right? But because I was going to Howard and Howard is in DC, I had to give them back their money or whatever. But I did get that, but the money went to someone who was actually staying in Maryland. So a lot of the senators, they want you to stay in state. They want your money, okay? They want your money, so they want you to stay in state. So they're gonna give you a lot of money for you to stay in state. So search up your senators in the states that you are going to. This is why I said earlier in the video that you want to know what you want and where you're going so you can narrow your search. There's a reason why I said this all at the beginning, y'all. Okay, also look at Jack and Jill of America scholarship, the Gates scholarship, the Coca-Cola scholarship. That's a 20K scholarship for any college and it is $5K a year. The Jackie Robinson scholarship, National Beta scholarship, the United Negro College Fund. I applied to this one. Apply to any alumni scholarships that you know of. Like if there are alumni for Howard that are offering scholarships, which I plan to do in the future. Right, once I graduate, I'll give some scholarship for some Howard students for sure. Look out for that. Also, y'all, the Forum Swift Scholarship Program, the Justice Solution Group's Future Mentorship Scholarship. Definitely try that one as well. Y'all also try out for the Dreams to Kings and Queens Scholarship, Bill Locker Scholarship, the Ron Brown Scholarship, the Jackie Robinson Scholarship, the Reagan Foundation Scholarship, the Sean Carter Foundation Scholarship, Thurgood Marshall College Fund Scholarship, and this is for HBCU students. That's just some that I have listed down, but I would definitely be looking for some more and applying to some and telling y'all about it. And maybe I'll have a few more scholarship videos up. Do you guys want that? Use the tips and tricks that I showed y'all and find some scholarships of your own. I am giving y'all some free game that I wish I had 2 years ago when I was applying like y'all are right now. I am literally giving y'all the ball. The question is, are you gonna take the shot? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. It's literally right here. I'm giving you the ball. The ball is in your court. Are you gonna take it? But guys, going to college is an amazing accomplishment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna downplay your accomplishment. But going to college for free? Whew! That is a different breed. That is different. You have to be hungry. This is not for the weak. I promise you. It's not easy, but it will pay off if you keep at it. You just gotta ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to go to your dream school? If it was easy, everyone would have done it. If it was easy, everyone would go to college for free. But not everyone will. But you can, because you have pieces, secret guides to scholarships. If you made it this far, you a real one. Okay, you are a real one. And I need you to comment down below #college4free. College for free. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I have a lot more video. I have a lot more college related content. Howard related content. I have a whole Howard playlist. Definitely check it out. But without further ado, until next time, peace out.